So this video is being recorded on a Wednesday, and I'm not sure if you've heard the news, but yesterday, Tuesday, Wendy's announced that they will be testing a new type of pricing structure to their menu. Right now you're looking at CNN.com and the title is Wendy's will test new menus that change prices throughout the day. And I'm just going to read to you a couple sentences from the article. The practice known as dynamic pricing will begin testing in 2025. Wendy's recently revealed in an earnings call it's part of a $21 million investment in new digital menu boards at its US restaurants that enable them to change prices depending on demand. Isn't that interesting? This reminds me a lot of LEGO, where it all depends what the demand is, right? If there are thousands and thousands of ATST Raiders out there, the price on Amazon is probably going to be around $50. But if there's a limited supply of the Botanicals Birds of Paradise, you will see a significant jump because there will be a greater demand for it. Now, I'm sure a lot of people will push back on this because they're just not used to this. They're also not used to competing currencies, right? While the prices of a Wendy's Baconator won't be fixed throughout the day, it will fluctuate and it will be fixed for maybe a couple hours of the day. This kind of reminds me of the competing currency scenario, and it also reminds me of Legos and the supply and demand that it's sold on Amazon, especially during Q4. So this will be interesting. I wonder if this will stick. I actually hope this will stick because I would love to see how other industries, not just restaurants, but I don't know, maybe purchasing tires, like towards the winter time, the price of tires will be more expensive than in the summertime, right? But this is really interesting and I hope this really takes off. So right now you're looking at the Wolf of Bricks YouTube channel, and there really are just a few types of videos that I make. Some of the videos I think will do really well and they usually don't do well. Then there are videos that I think will probably not do well and they'll really skyrocket. There are also times where I think a video will do really well and it doesn't. But I really want to encourage viewers to go ahead and take a look at it. So in my last video, it really is easy to achieve $100,000 in LEGO inventory. Here's how. If you haven't seen that video, I highly recommend you go and check it out. I'll go ahead and put a link somewhere up above. But if you're new to LEGO investing and reselling, I really think that it would benefit you to go ahead and check out that video. All right, so let's talk about the Medieval Town Square. This is set number 10332. It is slated to come out March 1st if you're a non-LEGOs insider. And by the time this video comes out, this LEGO set may already be available. Right here is the Brick Fan. I go to the Brick Fan not often, but somewhat often. I'm just going to go ahead and read a couple sentences from the review. Awaken the spirit of adventure and dive into nostalgia with this epic medieval 3,304 piece set. The model features two large structures that open up to reveal detailed interiors, including a tavern. Always love LEGO taverns, right? Cheese factory, shield painting workshop, guard tower, woodworking shop, and weaving shop. There's also a tree and vendor stall in the town. So this is a very, very cool looking set, and the medieval sub-theme, I'll call it a sub-theme because it's on ideas and it's also on LEGO icons, right? So it's kind of a cross theme, maybe that's a better phrase to call it. But the medieval cross theme has done very well over the last couple of years. So right now you're looking at Amazon.com. You are looking at the Medieval Blacksmith. Now the Medieval Blacksmith retired last year. It's still available at Amazon. Hopefully this set will not turn into a Amazon exclusive where Amazon will just be selling it at the retail price for the next year and a half. God forbid that happens, folks. But when you go to Camel 3X, you can see that whenever it's sold out, it did pretty good. I think the highest that it sold out for was $236. Now right here, the highest price that this LEGO set sold at whenever there was no supply was $236. Now it says here that Amazon had the lowest price of $147. That is absolutely not true. I remember back in December when this set was selling for $125. So if the inventory on this set is depleted rather rather quick. I very much see the price of the medieval blacksmith going up. When you go back to Camel 3X, you could see that this wasn't even during Q4. This was, you know, around February this time last year, right? It did very, very well, and hopefully it will do very well for myself and all of the other LEGO resellers this Q4. So if you don't know by now, the goal of the Wolf of Bricks Patreon is to make sure that you get back far more than you put into it, right? I very much enjoyed introducing my tax attorney to all of the Patreon members last November during our group chat, and I absolutely can't wait to hear about their tax returns during their one-on-one consultations. Last year, my tax return was $30,000. It's probably going to be around $30,000 this year, and I can't wait to celebrate a $10,000, $20,000, or maybe even a $30,000 tax return because they have a LEGO reselling business. If that's something that interests you, check out the link below in the description. So right now you're looking at a really old boy, the LEGO Castle Medieval Market Village set number 10193. Now this set, I want to say retired about 10 years ago, right? Yeah, right about 10 years ago. You could see right here, the lowest it went for was $85. The highest it went for was just under $500. And this right here is because, of course, the news that there is a new medieval village coming out, which makes sense. Now, the interesting thing about this set whenever it retired, it was, I don't want to use the word stagnant, but it took a little bit to get off its feet. This right here is the COVID bump, of course. But the great thing about this medieval set that's getting ready to release is LEGO is already aggressively marketing to 18+ people, right? And you can see that's probably one of the reasons why it shot up so much right here in 2021. I definitely think that there's an argument for whenever the medieval blacksmith came out that it absolutely helped this set just go through the roof. Now, even though we're talking about the medieval village town square, I do want to talk about the 3-in-1 creator medieval castle. This right here, I'm just showing this. All I did was type in LEGO medieval castle and it's showing at Ware for $60. That's crazy. Now, whenever I click onto this, it doesn't take me there. I've mentioned this in the past that Ware does this. I don't know if this is a glitch or whatever. If anybody has an idea about this, please let me know in the comments section. But the cool thing about this medieval castle is, of course, it's a 3-in-1 set. There are people that purchase 2, 3, sometimes even 4 of this specific set, and they go ahead and they do mock builds, or they make this castle a little bit more bigger, a little bit more girthier, right? And that's really cool. Now, I really think, and again, I apologize, I'm kind of going off track here. I really think this medieval castle will do well once it retires, because when people see the price right here of the LEGO Icons Lion's Night Castle, they're gonna say, oh my gosh, $500, are you kidding me? So when this set retires and it does go for maybe 200, 225, 250, I think people are a little bit more willing to purchase a $250 medieval castle versus a $500 Lion's Night Castle. So before we go to the Microsoft Excel, let's talk about the strategy of buying the medieval town square when it gets close to retirement. I look at that set very similar to the way I look at the LEGO Ideas Home Alone set, right? It's a set that I think is $300, $350. So it's not like you could just whip out the wallet and buy 100 of them, right? You might be able to. I know I'm not able to. The buying strategy has to be somewhat tactical. You have to think about purchasing maybe 2 or 3 a month if you're wanting to accumulate a lot before it retires. This may mean doing it in a little bit of an unconventional way where you might have to go ahead and you might have to use discounted gift cards. So there really are specific ways to purchase this type of LEGO set versus the typical $60 LEGO set at Amazon that you could pretty much get for $45. Now, when you go to the Excel, you can see right here, I have the retail price of the medieval town square. The price on that is $230. I am hoping, knock on wood, to pick these up for around $180. If we were to do 150% ROI, you are looking at $450. Do you think people are willing to purchase this set once it retires at $450? Maybe, maybe not. Here's the deal. It's definitely not going to be $450 right away, but this is a set that you may have to live with yourself to only have 100% return on investment. And to be honest, it's really not that bad. You will be purchasing this set at a higher price point, so it's not like everybody has $50 to go ahead and buy this Lego set or that Lego set, right? You're not going to have many Lego resellers purchasing this set, which will give you an advantage whenever it's time to put it on Amazon. That's it, friends. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Once again, I'm Jim with wolfofbricks.com. Always go out there and get it.